McLeod Ganj, Himach Pradesh, I think that's the pronunciation of the province that McLeod Ganj is in. It's a city by the Himalayas, approximately 10, they promised 9, but 10 to 11 hours bus ride from Delhi. I left yesterday from Kashmir Gate, which is like a bus station, train station in Delhi, in New Delhi. And I arrived here to check out the place, see what's up, do my trekking, and then suddenly I heard, oh, tomorrow there's gonna be Dalai Lama Teaching, because here at McLeod Ganj. Hello guys, hello.
How are you?
Hello.
Happy Baisak Day.
Namaste. All right. Here at McLeod Ganj, there is a temple, a Dalai Lama temple, in which is the temple he most comes to for teachings and praying and etc. Also, McLeod Ganj is a different place in India, because once the communist government took over China after Second World War, they forbid all sorts of religion practices, and especially the Tibetan community, they fled China and they came to India, and this is the main place they came to. And here you see many Tibetan temples and a very large Tibetan population. You can see right in the face of people here that this is a different place in India. As Tibetans, they look very different from Hindi, and the language is different as well. The business are different. Tibetan food restaurants, and all the vibe is different too. It is quite a different culture, and as India is majority Hindu, but they also have different religions. Over here, majority is of Buddhists, and that changes completely like the culture of the place. So McLeod Ganj is a very interesting place to come and check out this cultural diaspora of Tibetans, and how they built like their own community here in their own ways, and with total allowance and support by the Indian central government. And by chance, I found that I arrived here a couple of days before a Dalai Lama teaching at the Dalai Lama temple, and I ended up staying over for it, and it was a very interesting ceremony, guys. The guy has some different energy, I'd say, or I don't know, there's something about him, and the way he talked, the things he talked about were very, very interesting. And I was glad that I had the chance to see that kind of ceremony. It was like the first Buddhist ceremony I've ever watched. These wheels here that I just turned are popular in and around the temple, or any Buddhist temple, as they're full of prayers and mantras, and supposedly when you spin them, you are like getting the energy of all those mantras and all those prayers. So the Dalai Lama teaching was a little bit of chanting, interesting chanting, unfortunately, but I totally understand and respect. You cannot oh, actually, let me see if that's the way. You cannot bring any cameras or even cell phone at the ceremony, so I couldn't show you guys anything. But there was some chanting, there were some prayers by the monks, and there was some actually talk, like a pep talk by Dalai Lama, and he addressed different things, and that's why they call it like a Dalai Lama teaching. Is not like the actual or most common religious ceremony of Buddhism. It's more of a thing where he speaks a lot and talks about different issues, and very interesting. I was able to by chance get it, and I was glad. And it was packed too. The place was full of people from all over the world, and simultaneous translations to like 15-20 languages, broadcast live. It was a big event in Buddhism. And one thing that I thought was very cool is that they serve both a tea, a butter tea, patati, to everybody that comes, and they serve people food. They give you fruits, all sorts of food. So they give us the tea, they feed us, and you get all the chanting, the prayers, and the pep talk with the man. So it was a very interesting event. I saw people from all over the world. I heard Russian, French, Spanish, Italian, Chinese, Mandarin Chinese, Hindus also attending, like Southern Indians attending, Portuguese, French, you name it. I mean, it was a truly international event, and I saw that a lot of people came to town for that event specifically because lots of buses and taxis were coming right before the event, and right after the event many of them left too. So it was a big event, and the temple has around it a trail with the spinning wheels here, and lots of flags, some of these colorful Tibetan Buddhist flags. It is a very nice little way around the temple. The temple is on the mountains already, so it's like around the mountains, and full of trees, and within like a natural environment. So it is very, very nice, and nice place to stroll, get some energy, see beautiful nature. Very pleasant. So this is where I'm taking you guys around now. It's this little path around the temple. After that, I'm gonna check if we, because of the event, you couldn't get in with cameras and cell phone. So I'm gonna check if maybe now I can go in and show you guys a little bit of the temple. Otherwise, maybe in another opportunity, I might come here in McLeod Ganj for my way back to Delhi, as now I'm heading to Damrakot, oh my god, Damrakot, and that's where the trailhead for the Trion track is, and that's where I'm gonna gonna start my trekking up the Himalayas. Sleep 1 or 2 nights in the top of the mountains, and I'm gonna vlog a little bit there too, show you guys how it is. But it's supposed to be very, very beautiful views, and very quiet, very nice quiet time, just around nature, as India can be a little bit noisy sometimes, especially due to traffic. I mean, understandable. We're talking about the world's largest population by far. China used to be the country with the largest population, and it was overcome by India a few years ago. And India has more than 1.2 billion people, and that's more people than the entire continent of Europe. That's like 6 times the population of US. It's huge in terms of population, but as well in terms of territory. India is one of the biggest territories too in the world. Like I'm not sure exactly, the top 10 for sure. And being in India now makes me realize how this country is like in a moment that maybe China was 10 to 20 years ago. Very vibrant population with fast economic growth. You see a lot of highly educated, skilled youngsters, and this explains a little bit why India now is already the 5th largest economy in the world, being in terms of GDP. They're already the 5th largest, number 1 population. And you go around India, most companies are Indian companies. On my way here by bus, we stopped at a restaurant, gas station sort of place. It was actually many restaurants, a big one and several smaller ones. And there was a Burger King and a Baskin Robbins. And the place was packed. There were several buses that stopped there, and people all over the place, lines. The place was packed. And inside Baskin Robbins, I didn't see one single customer. Inside Burger King, maybe like 10 customers. And in the Indian restaurants, many lines packed with people. Baskin Robbins, okay, a little bit more expensive than average, but Burger King is like about the same price as the Indian food at the Indian restaurant. What I mean to say is that what I realize here is that both people, by being patriotic or by choice, they choose Indian companies and Indian restaurants, Indian music, Indian food over Western products, services, and cultural products. And on top of that, the Indian government proactively protects and incentives local business and industries. And you see everything here is quite different. I mean, you travel all around Western countries or even Asia, Southeast Asia, Latin America, and you see the same companies, the same products everywhere, same brands. Even like similar music. As you go to different countries and you keep hearing Western music and Western products and services. And here, just like it is in China, they got their own thing going, and just by catering to the needs of this huge population, they are already able to grow like enormous industries. One of being, for example, Tata Industries. They are in the iron ore, steel mill, car manufacturing, military equipment manufacturing, and they are already like international giants. So India is already a very significant player in the international scene, and I see it happening even bigger in the next couple of decades, as almost seems like India is in the moment that China was a couple of decades ago, just booming. And you feel that vibrant booming phase all over here when you talk to people and you see schools and universities packed with students. So you can feel that, and you feel that it's gonna happen here pretty soon. It's already happening actually. So pretty soon we're gonna see more and more of India's economic and political power pronounced around the world, that's for sure. But here in McLeod Ganj, it's a little bit different. Here's the Tibetan culture and the Buddhist ways that are prevalent rather than the Hindi culture. So it is a very interesting place to come visit as you are in India. It's very particular. So, when in Rome, and this is a tradition here, spinning the wheels with the prayers and the positive vibes of them. So that's the little track you have around the temple. Coming to McLeod Ganj, you gotta go around this very nice spot. See now if I can show you guys a little bit of the temple inside. Not sure I'm gonna be able to, because of the Dalai Lama Teaching event that just that was over like half an hour ago. All right, and this is the view we have from the little track behind the Dalai Lama temple, with the cable car going from McLeod Ganj to Dashmala, which is the, I'm killing all these pronunciations, guys, which is the city next to us, the bigger city next to McLeod Ganj.